Yep, that's it. Nice. All right, excellent work.
Thanks. No problem.
You feel like getting something to eat?
No, thanks. I gotta get back home.
Oh, come on. After all this hard work, the least you can do is let me buy you some dinner.
Really, I have to get back. Maybe some other time.
Sure. You know, Wendy, you've really been doing a great job.
Thanks, Tom.
It's funny, since you've been here, I feel better about myself. I've not had a lot to feel good about since my divorce.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry about your divorce.
Oh, nice view. Hey, don't move. Stay like that.
Yeah. Why don't you quit gawking and get back to work? Idiots.
Hey, girls, why don't you take your break now? We got just enough time for a little.
Coming right up.
Whoa, hold on. I want to add something to that order. Can we add a side of nice for my buddy Keith here? Every time we come in, he goes on and on about how perfect you are. I mean, it's usually when you're walking away.
Excuse me.
He's telling the truth, Cassie. I'm in love. And all I ask in return is have one drink with me.
Come on, guys. I gotta get your order in.
Stop fighting it, Cassie. I'm yours.
Please fasten your seatbelt.
Nice.
Kennedy, please put it on. I'm so sorry, sir. I am so clumsy.
It's okay. Just be careful, sweetie. This flight is carrying precious cargo.
Precious cargo?
Well, isn't it obvious? You. My God, your hands are so soft. Do you use special hand lotion?
The air on the plane is very dry, so we use moisturizers.
I'd like to feel them again.
Sir, please take your seat. We're taking off soon.
I'm supposed to tighten my seatbelt, right? But guess what? I forgot how to do it. Can you give me a hand?
Do you know the meaning of sexual harassment?
Sexual harassment is a sexual act that is not based on the victim's voluntariness to the dominant group at work. Sexual harassment of women in the workplace is a negative phenomenon in the workplace that can hurt the workers who are victims. Victims will face feelings of depression, hate, anger, anxiety, and loss of judgment, affecting their emotional, psychological health and physical. This behavior can affect the productivity of every woman employee. In this situation, sexual harassment is seen as an act of gender discrimination that is against the principle of equal treatment in employment between male and women employees. Sexual harassment is an insult to the victim and places them as second class in the workplace. The perpetrators of sexual harassment seem to see women workers as toys and need to sacrifice their dignity for their work. Individuals who can be listed as perpetrators of sexual harassment include co-workers, supervisors, employers, and clients of the organization. The organization should take strict action against the perpetrators of sexual harassment. Appropriate action should be taken to prevent these perpetrators from continuing to commit sexual harassment in the workplace to the point of creating a work environment full of threat. Classification of sexual harassment. Sexual harassment can be divided into three categories, which are sexual threats, sexual offer, and hostile working environment. A hostile work environment. A hostile work environment is one where the words and action of a peer, supervisor, subordinate, vendor, customer, or contractor negatively or severely impact another employee's ability to complete their work. Examples of conduct that might create a hostile work environment include inappropriate touching, sexual jokes or comments, repeated requests for dates, and a work environment where offensive pictures are displayed. Second is sexual offers. Similar circumstances may also lead to sexual offers, such as someone who take advantage of someone's hardship to satisfy their evil lust. For instance, Miss Soraya has earned a promotion after working hard to compete with her male co-workers and maintain excellent work performance for the past 4 years. Her manager, Mr. Shafiq, publicly advised her that she must have supper with him and spend the night at his residence before he recommends her for promotion. As a result, Miss Soraya finds herself in a hard dilemma. She would like to be considered for a promotion, but her boss's unethical behavior is diminishing her self-respect. Even if she works hard to fulfill her desire, if she does not comply with his wishes, she will not have the chance to advance. Employment law recognizes this type of discrimination as quid pro quo sexual harassment. Sexual case. It happens when a man withholds employment perks from a woman to obtain sexual favors. The female employee is forced to comply with the male sexual expectation to receive certain perks or to prevent unfavorable outcomes. To put it another way, a male employer persuades a female employee into engaging in sexual activity in exchange for benefits or to prevent negative outcomes. The effects of sexual harassment in the workplace. First is emotional well-being. Sexual harassment can hurt the victim's emotional and mental health. It can cause low self-esteem and even seriously damage personal relationships. Sexual harassment at work can cause a great deal of stress and anxiety. Second is physical health. Physical and emotional hurt are connected. When sexual harassment victims experience mental and emotional problems, it frequently leads to physical health problems such as loss of appetite, headache, weight fluctuation, and sleep disturbances. Sleep disruption can lead to other serious health issues such as hormonal imbalance, an increased risk of high blood pressure, and a weakened immune system. Third is financial challenges. Sexual harassment frequently causes financial difficulties such as lost wages and unpaid leave, in addition to causing health problems. Some victims of sexual harassment may face longer-term career consequences, such as the loss of job preference. To avoid a hostile work environment, they may decide to leave their current position or employer.
Almost 18% of respondents believe that using obscene language and delivering sexual comments on appearance are two of the culprits actions that contribute to sexual harassment in the workplace. Obscene language used in discussion, telling stories, making jokes, or making any noises might make female employees feel uncomfortable and dangerous at work. In terms of nonverbal communication, the percentage rate for flirting is 71%. One method used by offenders to harass female workers is the use of emails, notes, images, and reading materials. A total of 28% of respondents agreed that this strategy was one of the workplace distractions. Finally, there is interruption in action. The criminal harassed almost all of the respondents by approaching the victim in such a tense circumstance that the victim felt uncomfortable. The offenders have touched, hugged, and pat them, among other things. Furthermore, 43% of respondents thought that the perpetrator put them under pressure to satisfy their desire to conduct indecent behaviors. This is one of the sexual disorders that can harm the victim's emotional and mental health.
macam kita pakai stiker, orang pegang stiker, macam kalau ni stiker untuk stiker. Soalan kedua, pernah ataupun tidak kita beri penyerahan berkaitan dengan wang seksual? Penyerahan soalan ketiga, adakah saya pernah mengalami gangguan seksual ketika bekerja sama ada diganggu oleh rakan kerja, bos ataupun pelanggan sedapat? Soalan keempat, apakah pendapat saya berdua mengenai gangguan seksual terhadap golongan wanita? Adakah wajar pihak atasan ambil tindakan ataupun hanya sekadar memberi peringatan kepada pelaku? Wajar. Sebab tu zakat yang anak maruah perempuan. Soalan terakhir, apakah tindakan yang boleh dilakukan sekiranya berada dalam situasi tersebut? Membuat terpaksa ayo ajak keluar. Terima kasih. Soalan pertama, bolehkah Cik jelaskan serba sedikit mengenai apa maksud gangguan seksual mengikut kefahaman? Gangguan seksual tu macam satu perbuatan lah antara lelaki atau perempuan yang di batas macam tepuk tampar dan hati perempuan sekarang. Soalan kedua, pernah ataupun tidak kita beri penjelasan berkaitan gangguan seksual? Pernah waktu saya bekerja di satu tempat dahulu. Adakah anda pernah mengalami gangguan seksual ketika bekerja sama ada diganggu oleh rakan kerja, bos ataupun pelanggan sendiri? Pernah. Waktu bekerja tu ada seorang pekerja lelaki yang dia macam suka bergurau lah, tak ada batas antara lelaki perempuan, tepuk tampar, macam pegang-pegang, macam tu lah. Tiga ya, apakah bentuk gangguan seksual yang pernah saya alami? Waktu tu kami tengah makan, lepas tu biasa duduk kat meja tu dan tiba-tiba tangan dia merayap ke atas kepala saya. Lepas saya melukis lah dan terus mengadu kepada pihak atasan. Soalan kelima, apakah pendapat kita mengenai gangguan seksual terhadap golongan wanita? Adakah wajar pihak atasan mengambil tindakan ataupun hanya sekadar memberi peringatan kepada pelaku? Wajar untuk ambil tindakan sebab kehormatan wanita ni sangat tinggi dan maruah kita tercalar disebabkan gangguan seksual tu. Jadi kalau setakat bagi peringatan, dia takkan sedih dan dia akan buat lagi. So untuk memartabatkan kehormatan wanita, kita pihak atasan mesti dah mengambil tindakan yang tegas lah kepada pelaku tersebut. Soalan terakhir, apakah tindakan yang boleh anda lakukan sekiranya berada dalam situasi ini? Kalau saya, masa pengalaman saya dulu, saya report pada pihak atasan, iaitu beritahu lah apa yang dia lakukan tu. Dan selain tu mungkin saya boleh spreadkan awareness pada orang lain lah supaya berjaga-jaga, tak menjadi mangsa seperti saya. Terima kasih.
Our group have prepared the quiz for the community. To administer the quiz, we use the quizzes app. This quiz had to be conducted online because of flood incident in Kuala Terengganu, which limited our group fieldwork. Based on the chart, we have choose 3 winners for this quiz. First place is Tengku, followed by Akilah and Iman in second and third place. The gift given to the winners in the form of ringgit money.
What to do if you are being harassed? First, talk to the offender that their behavior is unwanted. The victim should tell the harasser that his or her behavior are welcome. It is important to put offenders in the instant they indulge in inappropriate behavior. For example, a sexist remark by a superior or colleague during a meeting can be addressed immediately, or tell the harasser to treat you with more respect in future interaction. If the victim is uncomfortable calling out the offender in public, the victim can meet the offender in private. Second is tell someone that you're comfortable or trusted. Talk things out with a trusted colleague, mentor, or friend from the different or same department. The victims can talk to them about the situation and seek their opinion on the issue. Talk to the people who can help and know what they can do for you. For example, they could speak to the offender on the victim's behalf and issue a warnings against such behavior, which can put a stop to the entire issue without a need for escalation. Third is save any evidence. The best way to get a proof for your sexual harassment case is by collecting detailed evidence about the harassment. For example, the victim should keep a notebook or file of every offensive email, photograph, or note that the victim received from the perpetrator. The evidence can be used in order to report the sexual harassment issue to their supervisor or human resource manager. First, get external information and advice. If you are experiencing sexual harassment in the workplace, the victims can get the information and advice with the Industrial Relations Department IRD. They can give the victim an advice on what to do and the victim's right. Fifth, report sexual offenses to the police. The victims can report the issue that occurred to the police and tell them all about the sexual offenses that happened. The police will help the victims to proceed all the problem to court. They will investigate the case thoroughly and swiftly. Legal action against sexual harassment can be taken under other provisions in the Penal Code, the Employment Act 1995 and the Industrial Relations Act 1967.
To conclude, sexual harassment is a very real issue that went unnoticed for a long period of time, but not anymore. It is essential for all of us to take measures to prevent it from happening, as it damages the life of the victim severely. Thus, make sure you help out those who are suffering from sexual harassment and make the perpetrator accountable. Through this fieldwork, we hope to raise awareness in the community to be aware of sexual harassment in the workplace. Always be aware that your actions, language, and personal belongings affect your co-workers. Be cautious and do not do anything that might offend or be construed as harassment. Sexual harassment can be very detrimental to everyone involved. If you witness harassment or feel harassed, ask the person to stop the offending behavior. If this does not correct the situation, report it immediately to the appropriate personnel. Your company wants you to be safe at work and will take the measures needed to ensure your safety and to eliminate the harassment. Everyone benefits in a workplace free from sexual harassment.